Well, for more on Super Tuesday, we're joined now by a political analyst, John Rains, who joins us. John, thank you very much for your time. So why is Super Tuesday so significant then? What exactly is at stake today?
Well, it's as you mentioned, it's the date for picking up the most delegates that you possibly can. Represents anywhere between 25 to 30% of all the delegates that one candidate is going to need in order to capture this nomination.
Is it possible that today will be decisive in any way, or are both the Republican and the Democrat race expected to go right to the wire?
Well, I think that, you think long term, this day isn't necessarily the most decisive in the course of the race, but what it is it's gonna actually provide momentum for these candidates, because generally speaking, whoever's done well on Super Tuesday has gone on to win this nomination. So a big day for them, but they have other big days ahead, including March 15th and others coming up as well.
And from what you're reading and from what you're hearing, I mean, could we see anyone drop out of the race after today?
Well, it's hard to see. I mean, some of these candidates, they still have money, they still have supporters, so there's reasons for them to continue in the race. But there's a few out there that we need to watch. I mean, certainly with Texas, if Ted Cruz isn't able to pull out his home state, there's going to be a lot of pressure on him to reconsider where he's going. Does he want to be a challenger? Does he need to get out of the way so that Marco Rubio could be a challenger to Donald Trump?
Well, you've mentioned Donald Trump there and the other two candidates in the Republican race. How divisive is Trump's campaign becoming for the Republican Party?
Well, I think, oftentimes it depends on who you ask, right? I think for many conservatives out there, he is a bit decisive. We certainly have seen reports that have come out from the Weekly Standards who have not supported a Trump presidency, or a Trump nomination, I should say. But, I mean, I think if you look at the Senate, there's a lot of senators out there that started to realize that if Trump is going to be the nominee, you're going to have to lend him some type of support. So it's a little bit of back and forth within the party, some supporting, some kind of keeping a distance.
And what about on the other side, on the Democrat side? How secure is Hillary Clinton's lead over Bernie Sanders right now going into Super Tuesday?
Well, I mean, if you look at the polls, this could be a very good day and a good night for Hillary Clinton. She's certainly going to do well in the South. It seems as though she has a lock as far as the African-American vote. So in the 6 or 7 states in the South, she's going to do relatively well, we would think. But, she still has a way to go. Bernie Sanders is still raising a lot of money. But at this point, if he's going to be competitive nationally, he's also going to have to get some of the minority vote, specifically African Americans, and actually poll a little bit better with Latinos too.
Okay, John Rains, thank you very much for your time and thank you for your insight.